Hey guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Just wanted to do a quick update for Drip, show you what Forex has been working on or what he's currently working on behind the scenes. Lots of great stuff happening. And yeah, even though we are in a bear market, I mean, we are full on in a bear market. Drip is doing really, really well, guys. You can see here, Drip is holding at about $10, a little bit over $10. And when you look at the market, you want to compare it to something, because a lot of times we look at Drip and we just kind of compare it to where Drip was. And I get it, right? Because obviously we all want Drip to go back to the price that it was when it was at 50 bucks, 100 bucks, 150 bucks, right? But you look at what the market is doing right now. You look at Bitcoin down at 22,000, Ethereum's at 1197, BNB is, man, look at BNB, $222. BNB used to be at 700 bucks. You guys remember that? And you look at the rest of the market, the fact that Drip is holding at around $10 is pretty crazy, right? It's pretty nuts. So I know it dipped below $10. I think it went to like $9 yesterday, but then the dip got eaten up pretty quick when it went back up to 10 bucks pretty fast. But you know, I've always said in a lot of my videos, you know, do I want Drip to go to 100, 150, 200 bucks? Some people are saying 500 bucks and 1,000 bucks. Of course, right? Of course. The reality is, for me at least, you know, if it holds steady at 20 bucks, we're good. Like, we are good. We are printing. I mean, look, at the end of the day, we're still printing at 10 bucks. Like, I'm still making around, you know, 8,000, 8,500, $9,000 a day with Drip, with you know, the different accounts that I have. And that's not counting the animal farm, just Drip. So, you know, we're good at 10 bucks, right? At 20 bucks, it'll be insane. If it ever goes back to the same price that it was before, oh my God, forget about it, right? But Drip is doing its thing. It's doing its thing. I mean, and I put my money where my mouth is. Um, I threw $100,000 back into the faucet. I opened up this brand new account. You can see it's a new account, brand spanking new, right? I haven't claimed anything yet. I just started it last night. And I have $102,000 deposited in this new account. So, you know, we're dripping. We're going to be dripping through this bear market. I don't know how long this bear market is going to last, but you know, hopefully it doesn't last too long. But we'll see what happens. That being said, let's take a quick look at the platform and how the platform's doing. Oh, by the way, if you don't know about this backup site, I'll leave a link for this down below. This is the backup site for Drip. It's pretty awesome. You have a couple different things you can track, different features. Of course, you know, the original, you know, obviously you can just use the original UI, but if this ever goes down for whatever reason, you know, you have a backup site that's available to you, and I will leave that down below in the description box. Okay. Now, of course, Forex is launching a whole new, brand new UI for Drip, so we'll see when that will happen. From what I understand, it's going to be pretty slick. Going to look really, really professional. You know, for me, as long as the UI works, the protocol works, we can claim, we can withdraw, we can swap, we can deposit, we can compound, we can, you know, et cetera, and it's paying out 1% a day. We're good. We're good. But I get it. I understand why people want a brand new UI. Anyway, here's the stats, guys. Again, it's not, the day's not over, but so far there's 101 players today. This month there's been 2,267 new players. There's 100,000 faucet players altogether. Now again, this can be, it's not, I don't, obviously it's not 100,000 separate people, right? Because there's people with multiple wallets, but still this number is growing. And then you look at the stats here, the ratio, there's 18,000 claims compared to 60,000 plus hydrates and 23,000 plus deposits. So yeah, it's a pretty good ratio here. And then we have daily new faucet accounts being created that are being deposited into. So you can see here 311, 180, 146, 134. Had a nice little bump back up to about 185 yesterday. We'll see where we end up today. But yeah, all in all, it looks pretty healthy. So let's take a quick look at what Forex is working on here. This is in our Telegram. If you aren't following us on our Telegram, go ahead and do that. I will leave a link down below. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I probably should have started with this. You guys probably already know I'm not a financial advisor. Never take anything I say as financial advice. Everything I talk about on my channels for entertainment purposes only. This is all super duper risky, guys. So if you get into anything, only put in risk capital. You should not be putting your rent money, your mortgage money, your kids' tuition, grocery money, maxing out credit cards, taking money out of your retirement accounts. You shouldn't be doing that. Shouldn't be doing that. Okay. If you're doing that, stop doing that. You should only be putting money into these things that you can afford to lose. All right. So here's the deal. This is from Forex. It says here, we are constantly thinking about the next big thing for drip, and when it hits, it will be big because early whales are getting maxed out every day, and the user base continues to grow every day. I'm grinding right now behind the scenes, so we have everything wrapped up by the end of the week. When he says end of the week, that's week ending June 19th, right? So I'm making this video June 14th, so he's talking about this week. Also a ton of work being done on building the team. We hired a third dev who has already started working on the Pigpen game. He's a very well-known and respected dev in the space, working out the CMO situation. They made a proposal. We have a meeting to tighten it up and agree on terms. So again, Forex is growing his team. As the platform grows, you have to scale, right? You have to scale. You can't just be that one-man show because you're not gonna be able to do everything. It's impossible. So you have to grow the team. So he's scaling out the team, which is great. And then he's hiring a CMO, okay, a chief marketing officer that's gonna lead the marketing side because he's not a marketer, he's a dev, right? So we should have somebody in place that leads that charge to take that load off of Forex so that Forex can dev, right? He can do what devs do and then do that stuff. So on Monday, we should have essentially everything for V2 built. What we then have left to do is decide how we will handle the dogs crediting. Likely we will come up with a new product to do it because I don't want to add vesting to the master shop contracts, and crediting to the master shop contract with no vesting would not be good. We have a handful of really good ideas, and on Monday we will decide which one to go with and then spend the week making it happen. Then we need to wire up a few things. Likely the way we credit dogs means there will be no dogs or pigs in the farms and pools. So essentially the farm will start fresh, which is very bullish because it gives everyone the opportunity to get in at the ground floor. The Pigpen game will likely come a week or two after the farm goes live, if not from day one. So you guys know that there's a Pigpen game that they're developing. I believe this will run on top of the current Pigpen, but we'll see. I can't confirm that. The Pigpen game will likely come a week or two after the farm goes live, if not from day one. I also want to take some time to do heavy paid and community promotion when all the development is done, but before we go live to really kick this off, right? So consider that in the timeline. So that should, that'll be factored in on the timeline. We are being very productive right now, and we all want to get it done ASAP. We are making sure it's done right now and with proper promotion. It's going to give us a chance to see what the CMO can do for us. The Pigpen game will be great for promotion because some of these sites do not want to promote passive income because of all the scams in the space, but they all promote games. So we will heavily promote the game as a standalone product on these sites. But of course, to get into the game, you need pigs. That's a great strategic move, and he's right. There are a lot of these, what's the word I'm looking for? They shy away from these ROI dApps. When it comes to games, people love these games. So, in order to play these games, you're going to need pigs. It's a great strategic move from Forex. It's a game where you can choose to play a more passive role, earning points, building up defenses and items to defend these points, which can be cashed out for real assets, or you can choose to play a more active role and attack other players in the game, stealing their points. So it looks like it's going to be, a P2P, type of video game. As I said, there are 20 plus characters, many abilities, many items which affect users' abilities, XP points that can increase character skills, daily raffles to win items. The game is a lot like the non-crypto turn-based Mafia game that was very popular in the early 2000s, but it's a DeFi crypto play to earn version. Some of the items in the Pigpen kit can be bought with the points you earn and steal from other players, but there's a pay-to-win type element, and where some of the characters and items can be bought with our native assets as well. There will be items which you can buy only with drip. That's pretty awesome. Either way, the game is very balanced, so it actually takes some set strategy. It's not whoever has the most money wins. You need to buy into the game with pigs. When you do, these pigs are staked into the pig pen on the back end. See, I told you the game would be running on top of pigs, on top of the pig pen. BUSD and pigs being generated by the pigs staked in the pig pen by the game is part of where the game rewards are coming from. Also, some of the items will be sold for assets that will increase the game's reward treasury. So yeah, looks pretty big. Looks pretty big. Update: the new Animal Farm UI is done. Having the admins try it out now before we push it live. And dogs credits are now closed. You've had plenty of time to credit your dogs. Of course, there's always going to be that one person that's like, hey, I didn't credit my dogs. And it's been like 3 weeks. And it takes like 5 minutes, right? Don't be that guy, right? Well, it's too late now. Dogs crediting is now closed. So yeah, all of this is taking place. There's a new scratchy game. As you guys know, we've talked about the 4th. That's going to be pretty hot because people love these games, and it allows us to attract a new demographic to the platform, right, to the ecosystem. There's a lot of people who maybe won't touch an ROI gap because they're not into that, but they love playing these games, right? They love, they just love getting into all these type of lottery type things. So yeah, it's going to be awesome stuff. Now, while all of this is being done, Drip is doing its thing, right? So again, you don't got to wait for all this to launch. Get into Drip, right? Get you a position in Drip. Right now the prices, this price point is amazing, right? I did a video last night. If you didn't see it, you can watch it, where I talked about, me buying into Drip at $14 and then $17, and I made another buy at like $21. I didn't get in at this price. Like, you guys have an amazing opportunity to get in that price and buy Drip at this price that is way less than the price that I bought the bulk of my Drip, right? But anyway, it is what it is. We'll see. We'll follow up with this. We'll track this. But yeah, this is great stuff, guys. Great stuff happening in the ecosystem. Even though we're in a bear market, Forex is doing its thing. So yeah, this is powerful stuff. All right, guys, if you want to use this buddy address for this new account, I will leave it down below. If not, no worries. Follow me on Telegram. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that little bell icon so you'll get notified straight away whenever I do a brand new video. As I mentioned before, do your own research. Only put in risk capital. And I will catch you on the next video. Peace.